news about the robbery in London?
Quite something, wasn't it? It must have been professionals. The way they disabled one of the best security systems in the world.
The way they disabled everything, moved without making a literal sound, and blew up that bomb. True expertise.
Collateral damage. It seems like the Raven has finally found a worthy successor. We can look forward to new and spectacular.
That's not how you talk about a criminal in the face of an officer.
The new Raven is so reckless.
That's your prerogative.
May I borrow your newspaper?
You can take the section with the article on the burglary. You're interested in that bit, aren't you?
You caught me out.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Dankeschön. There's something else. Do you know
Dankeschön. I had,
I'd like to know that myself.
I don't know if any of you ever had to deal with this, but growing up I had a friend who, I don't think they ever took a German class, but they just learned like 4 words in German, and that pretty much was the beginning of them saying Dankeschön any possible time they could. And boy, did that
I meant to ask.
Wasn't a fan of that.
Baroness is missing her purse.
And I say this as someone who is, no, I'm not officially bilingual, but I can barely speak 2 languages.
Have you seen the purse?
But still, I don't. You don't just throw in words from the other one.
I'm an admirer of her work.
Like, if I was English and I threw, if I was speaking German but I'm originally English, so I threw in the odd English word, it makes sense, but it doesn't work the other way around.
As a doctor, I'd have to work 1,000 years to earn that kind of money.
Auf Wiedersehen, Dr. Gebhardt.
Goodbye, Constable. It was a pleasant chat, really.
Well, your tone does not make me, doesn't make me feel like you're telling the truth. Now what's out here? Go to the saloon car. Examine the ladder. Enter the freight car. Examine the box. Let's do everything.
The ladder leads up to the roof. It will be suicidal to climb up there while the train is at full speed. The wind, the tunnels. No, I'll stay down here.
Smart choice, officer.
A box with a padlock. I suppose it contains tools for the train's crew, maybe for coupling and uncoupling the cars. At any rate, it's positioned so that it's easier to reach from the ground than from up here.
Open the box.
Locked.
Bang, bang!
Ron Weasley, you almost killed me.
Mad? Have you gone mad?
I'll shoot. Hey, my pistol!
You'll get it back in Venice. I could have fallen under the wheels.
I thought you
The
were
wheels.
Ghosts don't exist.
They do too. Once you flew past the window.
Yes, sure. Now get moving.
Oh, man.
Cool. Now I have a gun. I'm a real policeman now.
Matt will get his pistol back in Venice. That and a good...
Toothpick, pencil.
The box is...
Hey, maybe I need more stuff.
I strongly suspect that the door is locked.
Have you tried it?
It's open.
Look, see? All you had to do was try it. Oh, hey,
Hello?
officer.
Wow.
Don't move a muscle, you feathered fiend.
Oh no.
Put the gun down, Robert. If I may introduce Constable Robert Oliver from the Yard. This is the revered Constable Zellner of the Swiss police, who obviously couldn't control his curiosity.
Then
Trap.
I was right. You really do want to lure someone into a trap.
That's none of your business.
Perhaps that someone recently struck in London.
And how would I bait my trap then?
With an eye? An eye on its way from Zurich to Cairo?
Someone has done his homework.
Someone has certainly done his homework, doing the easiest to figure out thing on how to catch a jewel thief.
I hope you'll acknowledge that I, as a Swiss policeman, can undertake investigations in my own country.
Are we still in Switzerland?
I could be your eyes on the train, as long as you're here in the freight car.
Oh, really?
Okay, that's a neat concept. I like the idea of he's like, I'm a cop, but only while we're driving through Switzerland. That's neat.
There is a certain Professor Lucien on the train. He's an archaeologist from London.
And what's
I
his
showed him
story?
how waterproof my coat
It
was, and he
seems
wasn't
someone
impressed.
locked him out of his compartment.
Locked him out.
Well, yes. The door is locked, and he's standing outside without a key.
Was it locked from inside?
Yes.
May have been.
No, it clearly
Do you
was.
think the locked door could be important?
Professor Lucien plays an important role in this story.
How so?
Well then, Constable Zellner, be my eyes and ears on the train and see that Professor Lucien gets back into his
How does
compartment.
that get you the promotion to, I don't want to talk to you, to like, yes, we need a man with your intelligence? Because he was sitting there saying like, hey, I don't think you're a very good police officer. And he's like, I'll have you know, I saw a man tell me he was locked out of his room. I'm a good cop.
And then there's the Baroness. She's missing her purse.
Baroness von Trelitz. Interesting.
Indeed, sir.
But it has nothing to do with our case.
Or does it?
So I shouldn't concern myself with the matter.
Why not? It's your job as a policeman. But don't expect me to be particularly interested in a lost purse.
What do you know of this Raven's heir?
Yeah.
To blow me up.
Rob,
Well,
we don't know who we're dealing with.
oh yeah, you
In
were
any
the cop that
case,
got
the
blued
new
up.
Raven is a more dangerous man than the old one.
How do you know it's a man? It could just as easily be a woman.
Or several men.
And anyway, how do you know that it's a new Raven?
Monsieur,
Never mind.
I go attend to the door now.
Good. And Constable Zellner,
Yes?
don't bother us unless you have something new to report.
Of course. A thief might get anxious if there's too much activity in the freight car.
Exactement. Knock twice. Then we'll know that it's you.
Understood.
No one would ever see through such an easy to figure out password. Okay, so
An investigation on behalf of a
guess
man
that's
that
not
takes
the way I'm
me
going.
closer. If I can convince him of my competence, I might even be able to see this case through to the end.
Toodles. All right. So I've not played a ton of point and click games in my days. They're not super my thing. The odd one has tickled me. The thing is with them is they occasionally use like incredibly bizarre logic, and it's tough to discern what a game's logic is until like the first puzzle or two.
Oh, Constable?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
My son didn't make any trouble for me.
Yes, he almost
It's
killed
just that
me.
He just walked past us, silent and seething. That's usually a sign that someone's laid down the law.
I'm afraid so. He played a trick on me, a rather dangerous one. The lad left me no choice but to take away his wooden pistol as a punishment.
I understand. And thank you. Maddie is a very lively child. Sometimes he needs a strong fatherly hand.
Where is Matt's father, if I may ask?
He's dead.
He's
I was right.
gone.
Ah, I understand.
Could you, leave Maddie's pistol here, perhaps? So you don't have to bother with it?
Of course. I told him he wouldn't get it back until Venice.
So if you give it back to him before that, I'll have you
Very well.
arrested.
Thank you again, Constable.
So as I was saying, I have played point and click games before where the logic is like, I bet I can chew some of them butterscotches, mix it with a toothpick, and that'll just make a perfect key. Which, while totally wacky, alright. Okay, so, no. Okay, having some hard time getting to the next car here. Because it's point and click and I can't just walk out the door. I need to get at an angle where the... I can see it keep popping up. There we go. I was too close to the door. And I completely lost my train of thought. But I remember what I was going to do. So, butterscotch. Toothpick. That does not work. Pencil. Newspaper.
I don't believe that it's no use.
My dumb idea.
It's too short to get a good grip on it.
Not gonna work. Uh-oh. What'd I do? Oh, examine the paper. This might be important.
See if there's any news. Blah, 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 blah. Eye of the Sphinx. One of two priceless jewels. Extraordinary pure ruby. 2000 BC, etc., etc. Old news. And here, shocking burglary.
I appreciate how this man reads the newspaper.
Museum guard Charles Langley and Constable Robert Oliver of Scotland Yard. Explosion. Constable Robert Oliver from Scotland Yard. He was there when the first eye was stolen. Now he's guarding the second one.
Interesting.
Luna's Drops. The calming herbal liqueur for women. A glass a day. It relaxes the nerves and maintains domestic tranquility.
That
Luna's
sounds like a
Drops.
super
If you don't
legit
want
thing.
To bother your husband. A story about the upcoming Oscars and Cleopatra's chances of winning.
Spoiler, she wins.
They
Well,
built
it
the
wins, I
largest
guess.
movie set of all time in Rome. And because of the main actress's many illnesses, several changes of director, and months of delays, cost shot to over $14 million. The most expensive movie ever made. A record never to be broken.
Never once has a movie cost more than $40 million to make.
John Surtees won the
Not
Formula One
once.
World Championship for the first time on Saturday. He also won the World Championship in motorcycle racing from 1956 to 1960, making him the only man in motorsports to win World Championships in both motorcycle and Formula One events. Not really my cup of tea.
Mine either,
Too
but that
loud,
sounds
too
it's
fast, too
likely
much
true.
exhaust.
I have read enough. The other reason I have a tendency to not play a lot of
Stuart's
point-and-click games is
I won't eat any
I'm
just
what the
now,
kids
though it
call
will be rather
an
embarrassing
idiot.
if I met the ground and wasn't able
And
to
I
open
don't
my mouth
do
because it's been stuck shut
stellarly
because I lost some teeth.
at logic-based things. Hey, Matt. Oh no, I called you by the wrong name.
Hello, Matt. Oh, come on. Are you going to be angry with me for the rest of the trip?
He sure
Until I
is.
get my pistol back.
I gave it to your mother.
Oh man, couldn't you have just raked me over the coals?
Would you have learned
I could have
anything
pushed
from
you off that
I
train.
didn't learn anything from this
It's
either.
the 60s.
Should I ask for an autograph? That
No.
would be quite unprofessional. But on the other hand...
No, it would just entirely be unprofessional, actually. But I'm gonna do it anyway.
That doesn't really... If I'm a passenger is missing her purse. Perhaps
Ask more
you've
people
seen
about the purse.
There are feet.
It's been missing for some time now. Probably since Zurich.
The Swiss don't let go of money easily, do they?
It's not answering the question.
No, I haven't seen the purse.
Have a good
Thank
trip.
you.
Thank you.
And here's the game,
I
like...
won't eat any just now. It would be rather embarrassing if I met Legrand and wasn't able to open my mouth because it's been stuck shut, or because I lost some.
Is there like a... control options? Maybe in the main menu. I'm not gonna go that far back though. I just you hear my character writing down things almost like there's like a case book or something, but I can't seem to find one.
Yes? Do you have the key?
Actually, I wanted to.
Please. I have to go back to my compartment.
Listen.
First, I better see about getting the door open, and then have another talk with the professor. Doesn't seem like I'll get anything out of him as long as the door is still locked.
Okay, I'll go open your door. Not that I know how. I'm actually very lost as to how. I don't even see an employee on this train anywhere. It's been a huge part of my problem.
Excuse me.
Constables.
Can I be unprofessional?
I was wondering if you might...
Sign your book, Constable Zelda.
If it isn't too much of an inconvenience.
It is.
Of course it's an inconvenience, but only a small one.
I like this woman. Straight to the point.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Alright, now while she is...
Another time. Farewell, Lady
has her head
Westcott.
in knitting, can I maybe steal that gun? Doesn't look like it. There is a case book. Oh, so there is. Odd that the game did not tell me how to find it, but at least I found it, and part of that's on me for clicking every button but the touchpad. So this is just everything I've seen so far. That looks like Handsome Jack. That does not look like the man I saw. But this is neat. I kind of like this. Press is in a tizzy. James the Butler. Ironically, James is also the butler in O-Cage. A missing link. Well, not a missing link. A link between the two games on this channel have been met. Cool, I guess that's what she looks like. I haven't seen her, but I guess that's what she looks like. Oh, that's a list of all of her books. Mary Miller and Ron Weasley. Sorry about that. Who was the Raven? Look for clues. Yeah, well, definitely have not found anything for that. Persuade Legrand. I have to convince Legrand I can be of use. Helping the professor on board would be a good start. The door to the professor is locked. From the inside, it seems. I have to find a way to open the lock. The toolbox might come in handy for opening Professor... All I need is the key. Oh, there's a little hint button. For dummies like me. Cute. I might take a hint. Just so I can learn this game's logic. You can hold me to that later when I inevitably hit hint again.